your boy Brian Baldinger broke down some tape from JOK. We have it right here, and this is courtesy of Sports for CLE. And they had PFF. He doing so well, they had to bring PFF in there to say why JOK might be that dude. I told you a strength in number. This is courtesy of Sports for CLE. Check this out.
Former NFL offensive lineman Brian Baldinger took a look at JOK video and listen to what he has to say.
Number 6 for the Cleveland Browns is Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, one of the best linebackers in all of football last year. Here, Garrett Wilson of the Jets, 17, is in Wildcat, and he's going to run this little reverse. And the Jets want to double the weak side linebacker, except JOK splits the double team, and he makes a tackle for a yard loss. Like speed of recognition, his quickness to the ball was as good as anybody. Now, you watch this here. Slow screen to Breece Hall. He's the man coverage on Breece Hall. The center, Joe Tippmann, has him. But his speed of recognition beats the center, and he never lets the screen get started. He defeats the screen. Speed of decision-making. He led the Browns in tackles a year ago. Yep, get his dance on. You name it. JOK, great season a year ago.
Sam, when you look at it, he was one of the leaders in TFLs for the entire NFL, and the other guys were edge rushers. So that was pretty impressive. Do you kind of see that? And it seemed like midway part of the year, he was struggling a little bit, and then he just took off.
Yeah, I mean, he has the athletic gifts, the explosiveness, he's got the traits, the athletic traits that everybody is searching for with modern NFL linebackers. And sometimes they're doing that at the exclusion or at the cost of finding really good football players. And you see these guys drafted at the top of the draft year on year that are better athletes than they are football players or just linebackers. But JOK, I think, is both. He's shown that he's got the recognition skills, that he's got the ability to pair knowledge and instincts and tape study and the mental part of the game with the athleticism and the crazy explosion. But it means that when he gets it right, you get plays like that Baldy highlighted, where he's able to make plays that most linebackers are not. He can get to places that other guys can't, and he's so explosive and violent with the contact that you can't simply assign a couple of guys to him and assume that he's taken care of. He's able to beat those blocks to defeat them and to get into the backfield and make plays. So I think last year was a phenomenal season for him. And, Fred Warner from the 49ers may still be the gold standard when it comes to linebacker play in the NFL. But JOK is one of the few guys that has all of the potential and the tools to put himself at the same level.
And you just heard it. Fred Warner is one of the coldest to do it with the San Francisco 49ers. Shout out to Sports for CLE. Also, Sam Monson. We've had him on our show on Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. And, they do a great job over there at PFF. And so my thing is this, man, when you hear what they're talking about, and when I tell you JOK has the ability to be a defensive player of the year, don't laugh at your boy G. Bush. Stop playing around. Because I'll be looking. I'm over here looking and seeing, and I'm seeing some of the same things they seeing. Because I got an eye when I'm looking at somebody. I understand when somebody is a playmaker. See, there's a couple of things like JOK is a playmaker, and you saw it right there on tape. You saw what they was breaking down because JOK has the ability to get there with speed. He has ability to get there when he diagnoses it early. It's a problem. I played offensive line before. I know offensive linemen. I didn't dealt with offensive linemen before. One of the things that they always used to say when I was playing is, if you let an offensive lineman touch you, you might as well be dead. You're an athlete. If you play defense, you're supposed to be an athlete. But when you get them long knuckle draggers on you and they hook onto you and they start driving you around and driving you to no. That's not a good look. JOK brings something to the table different. He got the speed and athleticism to just run around the block. The game has changed. Back in the day, you used to get yelled at for doing stuff like that. You used to have to punch, shed, throw people down. They used to say, don't choose a side. You're choosing a side. You got to fit him up, drive him back, and then when the ball declares, you fall off late and make the tackle. Oh, that's old. That's old school way of thinking. You engage with these dudes now, you dead. JOK is running right around them. Why would you engage with somebody? Why would you deliver hands on anybody? You're more athletic than him. And on those plays, on those screens, he just outran the center. Just outran him. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, and he's so good in space by giving guys moves and fitting through cracks and crevices. And so when you look at his stats and when you look at what JOK is doing, when you get 101 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 20 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, and guess what? He's only 24. He only been in the system a year. Understand what that gonna look like when they start really unleashing him. And then he's able to get a couple more sacks. He might end up with 6 sacks. If he got 20 tackles for loss last year, he may come back with 25. Maybe get another pick, 120, 23, 124 tackles. You know what type of season that is? So when I say JOK has the potential to be able to win a Defensive Player of the Year award at that position, besides one of the edge rushers, I'm saying it because it falls into what his down usage is going to be. He's a 3-down player. He's a 3-down player, so he's going to have opportunities to get interceptions because they're throwing the ball. He also has the opportunity to rush a passer because they're rushing the passer on 3rd down. He's also has an opportunity to be in the backfield making plays because your boy Myles Garrett is out here getting double teamed. So, and plus, obviously, with a good secondary, people are going to hold the ball longer. So, to me, I look at JOK as one of those guys who is going to have a breakout year, and he's the prototype. He's the guy that the teams are going towards now. That is what you're looking for when you're looking for a linebacker, a guy that's around 6'2" and 225 pounds, 220. That can play all 3 downs, that can run, that can spy quarterbacks like a Lamar Jackson, that can get after guys and just run around linemen. That's what it is. So to hear the people at PFF say, man, he's like up underneath, right under Warner, one of the best backers, that's all you need to know. That's all that needs to be said.